My biggest fan. Look, it's my biggest fan.
And that young man is probably going to get a score.
Guys, if you watch Double Down, then you might think that the most exciting thing that came out of that was the fact that Hamza almost won Melee, almost got a huge Grand Finals reset. I don't know. Proto actually now being 2 lifetime sets over MKLeo. You would think these would be the hallmark moments we would be discussing right now, but no, it would not be a Smash tournament without some, I guess we'll just label drama. Now, to me, I've been in this community so long. It takes a lot to surprise me, okay? It takes a lot to throw me off. And just from the outside looking in, if you just following the Smash community for a couple of years, you know, it's kind of hard to maybe get taken aback by a lot of things, but yet again, we find a way to do it. Exhibit A, my friends, take a look at Hbox, my man. Good buddies with Hbox, and to hang out with him when I get the opportunities, but maybe not under these circumstances. Let's take a look at exactly what I'm talking about. This tweet, which is now deleted, of course, one of our news outlets on Twitter captured. So I definitely woke up this morning and threw up blood. Went to urgent care at 6 a.m. They said it's COVID or a bacterial infection in the throat, uvula, not COVID. Anyways, I got some antibiotics, steroids via a butt shot. All right, got something going in that thing. Now I gotta play losers bracket Melee somehow. So bold, so brave, so inspirational, or so he thought. If you actually saw that tweet when it went up, they were on his ass. Now I could only speculate that Hbox made this tweet because in the back of his mind he was thinking, okay, obviously there's a chance I'm not going to perform up to my high standards that I've set. Remember, he's coming off a big win at Gomel, so thinking to himself, okay, I'll just put this out there so even if I do they understand, or if I do amazingly, I'll be met with all this adulation. No, it wasn't met with adulation. They beat his ass in the quote tweets. They memed it. They replied with some less than flattering things. And Hbox has a pretty big fan base, but they were not able to overcome the onslaught of people who were just like, are you dumb? You stupid? What the hell are you thinking? Now, I personally, listen, as a competitor, I understand where he was coming from. You got to fight through those hard times. But bro, some fights just shouldn't be done. Overall, at the end of the day, he just got ratioed into hell, which would lead him to putting out this apology. Take a look. It goes without saying I did a super fuck up today, and it was incredibly selfish for me. I shouldn't think I'm above the rules. While I was convinced I didn't have COVID, it was clear I was sick in some capacity. Deciding to play or even go to the venue was a massive mistake. Not half-assing most mask protocols anymore today, after today. Today was a necessary lesson, and I hate that it took me this long for proper attention. I'll be wearing masks at all future events I go to, no exceptions. Now, this is a huge thing for somebody from Florida to say, okay? So I think that right there shows you, yes, there has been some change initiated in Hbox's head, but damn if this was not funny. Now, you know, the worst part about this too is actually he did play a little bit in bracket. I think he kept SFAT out of the top 8 or some shit like that, which is hilarious in itself. But damn, this man, you can't argue one thing. He'll show up and play some Melee. I gave you my take on that, but like I said, there were some funny things that actually came out of that. Some memes. Who doesn't like some good Twitter memes? That's one thing about this app that I always appreciate, is there are some funny motherfuckers on this platform. Let's take a look at some of the best memes that came out of this real quick. This one tickled me quite a lot.
Good thing it was worth it. 7 bones, baby.
$7? We almost died for $7!
Hbox on his way to the venue to perform. And of course, him securing that win I talked about, taking out SFAT for DQing himself for safety reasons. Beautiful to see. Absolutely beautiful. You know what wasn't so beautiful though? A player's moment being snatched away from him, seemingly out of nowhere. Now look, if you know anything about me, you know I tend to commentate a lot of these finals that I'm at, okay? But even I, in the midst of giving this amazing speech to close out the event for Proto taking it over Leo in Grand Final Set 2, game number 4, I was taken aback, and let me show you what I'm talking about. This ban Nairo sign appeared on the feed as Proto was celebrating. Now, Tech had already, if you don't know Tech, you got to do some research on this. I don't have enough time to kind of catch up. But basically, Tech is not a fan of Nairo. He's not a fan of the Smash community in general. I think he just stays around just to troll him. And he does, clearly, a notable job at that because this guy really showed up. He lives in Vegas, so it's not surprised he showed up to a event. He showed up with this sign. Now, originally, security did say, hey, it's a little too outlandish or whatever to kind of put up on the screen or just bring it to the venue, so don't do that. So this is from, I believe, day number 1. But day number 3, this is where it got a little spicy. This sign would inevitably end up on the screen somehow. Now take a look at this screenshot. All right, that right there is Tech holding up the Nairo sign as Proto is in the middle of his celebration, popping off. I mean, who the hell wouldn't? You just beat MKLeo. You just went up 3-2 lifetime sets on him. That's pretty damn good, okay? Some people don't even get a set on him. Some people don't even get a game on him, okay? But this one, this man definitely got one over on the production team. Apparently dressed as a girl, apparently he dressed as a girl heading into the finals day, had the sign hidden, and was just waiting for his moment to strike. And did he ever, and what came out of this is insanity. Now take a look at this. Apparently, Nairo himself was actually watching the tournament. So what was his reaction?
Let me give you a break and tap that ass on stage, the pop off to boot, and he is your double down 2022
My biggest
champion
fan. Look, it's my
Smash
biggest fan.
Ultimate. And that young man is probably going to get a score.
My biggest fan.
Literally.
You guys heard what I said? I said that young man is probably going to get escorted.
And that young man is probably going to get a score.
Now, me saying that, obviously I was referring to that because Tech is actually out of his mind, but I'm referring to for pulling that stunt right there.
Biggest fan.
Literally.
Nairo's response was
No.
Good job.
hilarious in that regard. So what really came out of this again? Well, let's take a look at these grand finals. Notice the grand finals was uploaded at least 15 hours after the actual VOD was complete. Why was this? I too.
Coming back, Proto charging it up. He has been a menace, just terrorizing Leo anytime he's off stage. But he says, you know what? Let me give you a break and tap that ass on stage, the pop off to boot. And he is your double down 2022 champion of Smash Ultimate. And that young man is probably going to get escorted out.
That was.
Did you see what they did? That's a little movie magic, I suppose. All right, that's the stuff you see it pour off at Warner Brothers. All right, or those studios that make Harry Potter and all that stuff. Removing that moment is why I think the VOD obviously wasn't available, or the the YouTube vid was kind of edited, and it kind of makes it seem like when I'm saying that young man's going to get escorted out the venue, I'm talking about Proto for that pop off. Now, let me tell you something. That pop off was very good. There was a lot of pop offs I saw that just did not happen. Jake, I'm talking to you. Pre-Owen, gacked, and then popping off. What the hell are you doing with it? All right, act like you've been there before, son. You're playing Steve, for God's sakes. But good job either way. But yes, man, this was just wild. The nuttiest thing about this whole situation to me is Nairo has said publicly, like, I have no interest in going to tournaments. Now, maybe it's an official statement kind of thing from events that's still keeping this battle between the two going, or campaign or whatever. I don't really keep up enough with that. I just know I happened to be on the mic for this. I saw it and I was like, Twitter was nothing but my feed, so I was like, we gotta make a video, we gotta talk about it, because I just find a lot of these instances to be comical in some. Goes without saying, my voice you can probably hear in this video, but nonetheless, I could not lose an opportunity to talk about two of the wildest things that just happened at this tournament out of nowhere. I mean, it is Vegas, right? It is the city for Sin City, debauchery, just ridiculousness. You can't really plan around it, okay? And it's pretty clear on just how Hbox approached his bubonic plague illness and Tech making it. Either way, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, of course. And I'll catch you on the next one, because it's inevitable. It's Smash. There'll be some more fuck-ups.